Hello, Year 8. I won't be in for today's lesson because yesterday I sprained my ankle and I'm finding it hard to put any weight on it, so it's hard to walk. So you'll have a replacement teacher, but we're still working our way through linear relationships. Now we have had a look at equations, we've had a review of those, and we've looked at equivalent equations, which is when you do the same to both sides. Equivalent equations, excuse me. So it just means that you get an equivalent equation by performing the same operation on both sides. You undo this equation by undoing the last one that was done. So you undo it by an inverse operation. So this one here, 2x plus 4. If we subtract 4 from both sides, we've kept the balance of the equation. And then we've got 2x equals 16. Then if we divide, this is multiplying, 2 times x. If we divide, then we get the result that x equals 8. And if I put 8 back into this, twice 8 is 16 plus 4. And that's an equivalent equation. So we've had a look at those. So you can add, subtract, multiply, or divide both sides. So you can undo the equation by doing an inverse operation. We went through some of these examples here. You can go through those, solving equations by doing the same to both sides. Now, for these ones here, you can just follow through and do those. Now, some of these do not need to be whole numbers. Being in Year 8, we can work with fractional numbers. So let's have a look at this. 2x plus 3 equals 10. Have a look at doing that one. So if we had 2x plus 3 equals 10, then we're just going to do the same to both sides. So in this instance, we've got plus 3, so we're going to minus 3 both sides. So we've got 2x plus 3 minus 3 equals 10 minus 3. So we've got 2x, we don't write plus 0, so we've got 2x equals 7. So we're going to divide 2 both sides. So we've got 2x divided by 2 and 7 divided by 2. So x is going to, they'll go out, and x is going to equal 3.5 or 3.5 or 3.5. So if I substitute that back into the equation, twice 3.5 or 3.5 plus 3, we see that that becomes 7 plus 3 equals 10. So therefore that is true. So you don't have to have whole number equations. Then we're moving on and we're having a look at 7c, which is equations with fractions. Same thing, you can see this here. We want to understand that fractions are used in algebra to indicate division, to able to solve equations involving algebraic fractions. So we've got x over 3 equals 10. We'll use exactly the same idea and we will do the same to both sides. We'll multiply by 3. So 3 times x over 3 equals 30. So you've got x equals 30. Therefore, so we're having a look at the idea a over b means a divided by b. To solve an equation with a fraction on one side, multiply both sides by the denominator. So that gets rid of the division. So if you have a look at some examples here, 4x over 3 equals 8. You multiply both sides by 3. You've got 4x equals 24. Therefore, x equals 6. And you've got a two-step equation that's being undone in 2 steps. You can work your way through those here. So let's have a look at some of these here. Solve these equations. 2x over 3 equals 4. 2x over 3 equals 4. You multiply both sides by 3. So that's 3 times 2x over 3 equals 4 times 3. So these cross out. We've got 2x equals 12. Therefore, x equals 6, because we divide both sides. And if I put 6 back into there, 2 times 6 equals 12, divided by 3 equals 4. So we can work our way through those. Let's have a look at question 3. T minus 8 over 2 equals negative 10. So t minus 8 all over 2 equals negative 10. We'll multiply both sides by 2. So we've got 2 times t minus 8 over 2 equals negative 10 times 2. So we've got t minus 8 equals negative 20. So that's plus 8 both sides. Plus 8 both sides. So you've got t equals negative 12. And if you put negative 12 back into the original equation, negative 12 minus 8 divided by 2 equals negative 10. So negative 12 minus 8 is negative 20. So that's negative 20 divided by 2 equals negative 10. So there we go. That one is true as well. So you can be working your way through those using some of those examples in 7C. Now, those who are doing the Year 9, of course, are doing the enhancement algebra. You're going to be working your way through the Year 9 work outline, and also you can work, that's the chapter 4 in linear relationships in Year 9. So I'll see you on Wednesday, hopefully.